In section 1.5, we are going to use the distributive property. This is not new to you because you've done distributive property, I don't know, since 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade. We're just going to do it a little more involved with algebraically, with the equations. So this parentheses mean multiply. The -7 is attached to the parentheses, so that's what we're going to multiply by. You distribute it, multiply by everything in parentheses. So, -7 times x. Well, there's really an imaginary 1 there, and you're multiplying -7 by the coefficient. -7 times 1x is -7x. And then be careful here. This is -7 times -3. Do not bring the minus down. It's attached as a negative. What do you get when you multiply -7 times -3? You get positive 21. The positive tells you to put a plus sign. Now bring the other side down. Now it's just a matter of isolating the x and solving for it. So I'm going to add the 2x, and I get -5x. Go ahead and take away the 21. I like to do this in one step because it saves me time and space. -35, and then we will divide by -5, and we get that x is 7. Okay, number 2 looks a little different because I have the 3 on the parentheses, but then I have this number after the parentheses. The 3 is multiplied through parentheses, but do not multiply the 3 by this because it's not in the parentheses. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 1 is 3. Since it's a positive 3, that tells you to put a plus sign. Bring down the -4x. It does not get multiplied. And bring down everything else. Now, because the 3x and the -4x are on the same side of this symbol, we can put them together and get 1 minus 1x. Go ahead and bring down the 3 and the 5 plus x. So here, how about we take away x, and then you get -2x plus 3 is greater than or equal to 5. Now take away the 3. And then you're going to divide by a -2. When you divide by a negative, what happens? This symbol flips. So we get x is less than or equal to -1. All right, let's move on. Let's skip number 3 and move to number 4. Number 4, the x is not what we're multiplying through the parentheses. Do you see this minus here? There's no number there, so anytime there's not a number, it's an imaginary 1. But the x is not on the parentheses. It doesn't get multiplied, so bring down the x. We are distributing a -1. -1 times 2x is -2x. -1 times 6. -6, the negative becomes your minus sign. And then what's happening over here? It just says 12 minus 3. Let's go ahead and put that together and make it 9. Because when you have like terms on the same side of the equal sign, you can put them together. Therefore, there's an imaginary 1. 1x minus 2x, -1x. Let's go ahead and add that 6 and get greater than 15. I don't care what negative x is. I want positive x. So let's divide by -1. When you divide by negative, this symbol flips, and you have x is less than -15. One more example. We have the 5 sitting on the parentheses, so let's do 5 times x and 5 times -2. That turns into -10. Bring down the -5x. Now this is an interesting one because what happens? 5x minus 5x goes to 0. So all your x's went away. When all your x's go away, you have what we call a special case. Is this true? Does this make any sense? No. -10 cannot equal +10. Therefore, the x's went away. I got an untrue statement. That means this problem has no solution. There is no value of x that would make the equation true.